So now we're going to look at weight from a safety perspective. Maybe your weight's been protecting you from the rest of the world or for something specific. We can blame weight on not getting that promotion at work. Oh well, if I lost weight then I would get promoted. We can blame it for not taking the opportunity to speak up in public, or even we can blame our weight on a reason for not being intimate with our partners, because that makes us feel uncomfortable. Whichever one it is, it keeps us back and it keeps us safe. So if any of those comments resonate with you, it's because your unconscious mind is running that pattern over and over. You may not even be aware of it. Your unconscious mind is more powerful than your conscious mind. So its primary goal is survival and your safety. So although it sounds slightly strange and it's a lot to listen to at the moment, there may be really strong reasons why you're clinging onto the weight, because it's protecting you and it's making you feel safe. Another reason is feeling deprived. I think many people relate food, eating healthily, with going on a diet, and that makes them feel deprived. We've all been on diets that are all about deprivation and only eating one food group and not eating a balanced range of foods, or totally cutting out chocolate or different things. You deprive yourself, you end up going back there, having loads and loads of food, and it feels great. But then a few minutes or hours later, it doesn't feel so great, and you feel like you've undone all the good work that you did. Why did I bother starting this diet? What's the point? And then the cycle starts again. So we need to also look at any other areas of deprivation in your life. It might have started from childhood. Perhaps you were in a family where food was given always as a reward. If you were good, you got food. If you got chocolate, maybe you were always told you must finish everything on your plate. Think of the starving children in Africa. Like finishing your plate is going to make any difference to what they're going through. Maybe your mother or your father weren't very good at expressing their love for you, or your father worked away, and every time he came back from his business trip, he bought you something from the airport that was food related. I know something that I used to love was my family meals around the table. It was really the only time that we would all sit down. We would start and spend so much time there that halfway through our dinner, my dad would come in from work, he'd sit down, we'd all listen to what he had to say. And it was just really, looking back, really, really happy times when I felt really close to my family. And I think that's why I have such a love of social eating, of going out for dinner and being with friends and family. It's a kind of a celebration of those relationships, really. I did have a light bulb moment some years ago, a couple of years ago, when I was looking at all this from a emotional perspective and really experimenting with the whole EFT. And my light bulb moment was food has never let me down. It's always been there. It's always been the constant in my life. And there's a lot of people in my life that have let me down. And the food was a really good substitute for that. So I turned to food whenever I was let down, and it was just the same feelings that I got of feeling better about myself I got each time I ate. So it just gets like a vicious circle. So we want to start you enjoying food, not feeling deprived, not thinking, oh, if I carry on for the next 2 weeks, I'm just going to feel so deprived, I can't bear it. Or having those feelings, if I don't deprive myself, I won't lose weight. I've never lost weight before unless I've deprived myself. So I've got to be really strict to stick on anything. And if I give an inch, then I'll end up taking a mile and all my good work will be undone. We need to turn that around, okay? So we're going to start tapping, and I'm just going to mix it up and use the karate chop point again. Use whatever you like best. So we're going to think of the deprivation, and if the safety aspects talked to you more strongly, then use those instead of this, or as well as this. Even though I need to deprive myself to lose weight, I deeply and completely love and accept myself, and I forgive myself for doing this. Even though I've always had to deprive myself to lose weight, I deeply and completely love and accept myself, and I forgive myself for all the times that I've done this. Even though I've always had to deprive myself to lose weight, I deeply and completely love and accept myself, and I forgive myself for all the times that I've done this. Okay, start tapping. I need to deprive myself, or else I'll never get the results. I need to suffer in order to lose weight. I need to deprive myself. That's what I've always been taught. Indulging is bad. Feeling pleasure around food only leads to guilt. Feeling pleasure around food only leads to guilt. I need to suffer to lose weight. I need to deprive myself. Even though I hate depriving myself, I have to do it to lose weight. That's why I only manage it for a little while. And then I overeat again. This pattern that I've been running. First deprivation, and then overeating. I'm starting to see why maybe that won't work. Overeating. Feeling ashamed and guilty afterwards. I either need to deprive myself or overeat. I'm starting to realise why that might not work. Maybe there's another way. Maybe I don't need to deprive myself. Maybe it's okay to find pleasure within eating. I feel like I need to deprive myself though. But it hasn't worked in the past. So I'm willing to try something new. I eat healthy foods that nourish me. I find foods that are delicious. I eat slowly and I enjoy every bite. It starts to feel good. Maybe I don't need to deprive myself. Maybe it's time to find new ways of feeling good. I enjoy my food. I enjoy the way it nourishes my body. I eat slowly and enjoy every bite. It's a pleasurable feeling. I allow myself to feel this pleasure as I eat healthy foods. To listen to my body and to know what my body needs. It feels so good. These healthy foods. This is a new beginning. I let go of all the old patterns. I fully let go of all the old patterns of eating. I find pleasure in this new healthy way. It feels good. It feels so good. This new healthy way of looking at food. Food doesn't have to be the enemy. Food isn't the enemy. It has been, but it's not anymore. Food is there to fuel my body, to help build my strength. This is all good. Okay. I hope that feels good.